Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Cousin Randy with this week's Chug and Chant. And, I'm always ready. You caught me perusing Beer Weekly here. But that's why I got one. Let's chug and chant. All right. Jets fans, I'm sorry. Zach Wilson, this might be your last year. You don't want to be stuck in old Daniel Jones territory, passing on guys like Justin Herbert because you got your guy when it turns out you don't. Zach Wilson last year was not impressive as a rookie. Justin Herbert was. Joe Burrow was. Kyler Murray was. Zach Wilson didn't even throw for 180 yards a game. The guy had more interceptions than he did touchdowns. 55% completion rate. No. This isn't going to do it. And if CJ Stroud's sitting on the board after another 4-win season, Jets fans, you got to be taking him and not Zach Wilson. He was a little iffy coming out of BYU, a little too cocky and over his, too big for his britches, but you got to pass on this guy if he doesn't have another good season. Need to see some growth here. G-Man, T-Money, what do you think? Jets should move on from Zach Wilson after another bad year. Give him a few more years and a longer runway.
Hey, Randy. Hey, I like that. Okay. That may not be good for Wilson at this team. We just talked about how the Jets might come in last in that East, and I think that shirt is hilarious. First of all, Nasty Natty's hilarious. 55% completion rate's not hilarious. Okay, yeah. I kind of agree with you, man. There's a runway here, but if you had to pick from your last question, Randy, I say give him a few more years on that runway.
Yeah, I tend to lean that way too. Give him a few more years. But at the same time, a lot of these quarterbacks coming out this next year are going to be some of the best that have come out in the past 5 years. CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, there's a few other guys, Will Levis from Kentucky. There's a few other guys, names thrown around, but especially with the draft that was there last year with the guy in your background, Kenny Pickett. I don't think Kenny Pickett would have gone in the first or second round this upcoming season, this upcoming draft, with how deep and good this draft class is. So watch out. I agree with Randy. You don't want to get caught in that Daniel Jones hole where you're like, well, I drafted him in the top 5. I might as well continue to give him chances. Like, I don't know, man. He's got hella weapons. So he should be able to perform at a good rate, but I tend to lean with you. I think if he doesn't perform after 3 years, okay, now we got to start looking at contingency plans because we're not going to give him that extension. Then he's going to be our quarterback at least for 1 more year on the 4th-year deal, blah, blah, blah. But I agree.
I agree too. Like I was saying earlier in the NFL rundown, could be the coach that's the issue. We don't know that it is Wilson yet. Drafted 2nd overall. He was supposed to be the next Joe Namath. Joe Namath too. All the Jets fans are going crazy right now. They're so excited. They haven't won a Super Bowl since 1969. They want Wilson to be the guy that takes them back. I think they're going to give him a little more time here to come around, and he could come around. But he could. They're going to have a rough road this year, I think. They were 4-13 last year.
I don't know how much better they're going to get.
And Zach Wilson's going to have to carry him. He's going to have to carry him all the way through all those, and I know he wants to and he loves that. But last year they finished last in the AFC East and it wasn't even close. And guess who their first game is in week 1? The Ravens. So they gotta get ready, man. They gotta get ready.